sailing back with they got actual power in the sail. So once they got the run good and they can take off, they will go much higher as they actually have some pressure in the sail. So we're gonna see cool and big moves. I'm excited. I mean, first run, now Riccardo from Italy, and now we're going up with Aaron, fresh from Curacao, from the ABC island. Must be horrible when you're used to warm temperatures and then you're ending up...
It's weirdly it's warm here though, isn't it? When it's like this in the morning, it's lovely and warm, but the water is not the warmest. It's a little fresh.
It wakes you up. I mean, once you're face planting into this lake, you're for sure awake.
Okay, so we're just trying to work out if we're getting sound out there. Maybe that is the problem. We're live, but maybe there's no sound. But hopefully we'll kick in soon enough. We've got Aaron Etmond up second in well, this fleet number 2. These were the fleet number 2 yesterday, and they're swapping around today. So fleet number 2. Everything is okay. We're hearing everything is good. So that's good to know.
Aaron coming up. And look at those beautiful drone shots. I mean, you can see the guys racing towards that boat. He got good speed. He gets the wave right, and he sticks that burner 360. Almost. I mean, that was much better than yesterday for sure.
Getting the control in that jump.
Yesterday he was sort of out of control. Today it seems like he's getting it together a bit better.
Okay, there we go. We're getting on YouTube, and it looks like there's a fair few people out there. Looks good. The sound is back, apparently. Finally sound. We've been talking to ourselves, balls.
Dude,
we're used to that, aren't we?
We used to talk to ourselves. And I mean, we're anyway talking bullshit all day. There was just a few minutes ago, there was a winger with an electric foil. And it was literally comedy.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like putting an advertisement banner onto a foiling electro boat and just passing in front of the spectators.
He's out there now.
I mean, he's still out there now. Soon the wind will kick in. And I'm wondering, I don't know, maybe Nicolas Goyard is also using an electro jet foil. Because the way he's leading this fleet, there must be something, you know.
Yeah, if you've not been tuned into the Formula Foil Worlds, which is going on in the afternoons here at the Vanora Engadinwind, brought to you by DaKine, if you are not tuned into that, you will not know how much the guy at the front of the fleet is leading by.
It must be frustrating being behind this guy.
It's insane, isn't it? It's insane.
Just
a couple of scores coming in though, Bulls, just on those last ones. Ricardo Marca 294, so it's not looking good at the moment. He's going to have to pull off a pretty big last run if he's going to get into qualifying.
I mean, he's facing Leonard, who did this 8.81.
Yeah.
I would even say Leonard is the guy to beat today.
Yeah.
I mean,
he's had the highest score of the competition so far.
Yes, and last year, when you look into the points of last year, that's the competition winning move, you know, so...
But he has been training.
Let's see.
He's been pushing. I think I've been getting towed by a car on the beach in Naxos.
100 km. He always wants to go faster, and he's even pulling the bar, you know, to get the last bit of speed. Well, let's see now. There's Niklas Lebelon coming from Germany.
He's one of the hot shots coming up.
Broken.
He is got a massive hole in it.
His sail is broken.
He doesn't care.
Oh no, man! But maybe that's the way. It seems like that's the way how you get more spin. You know, it's maybe the way how you get more spin. I don't even know why they used the sail. They could only use the boom and the mast.
I'll be honest. He's looking at that sail like he didn't know it had a hole in it.
Yeah, look.
He's like, hang on a minute. There's a hole in my sail.
He's going towards his sail, and he's like, "Oh, do I have a hole in my sail?"
I don't think he realised, did he? He totally didn't realise that.
No way.
So I don't know what happened at the beach. Maybe he just caught something or something.
He might just went
on the
into
rocks when he started.
or into a fin of another guy. But that sail is completely destroyed.
Yeah, the whole top panel is.
I remember I was sailing once with my brother, and he had a huge sail in his hull, and there was one panel missing, and he was complaining he couldn't dock the sail anymore. He was like, "Fuck, that sail doesn't work anymore."
We have to keep the language down, Balls. There's kids watching this. Okay, yeah. So Nicholas Nibelung, he has been killing it. If you tuned in yesterday,
I just saw his hair through the sail.
It's gone, isn't it? It really is a write-off.
His 4 meter is now at 3.0.
Wow, I wonder what he's going to do there. He's got one more run left. We're waiting for the score to come in, but it's not going to challenge the top three.
6.44.
So that's not good news for the first three riders because they're not in a qualifying position. They've only got one run left. So Steven van Broekhoven, Amado Vrieswijk and Leonard Neubauer have the advantage right now, and they can go for broke right here now. They've got
to be honest,
in.
Steven always goes for broke. I mean, yesterday we saw this big compression on his landing.
Yeah.
I thought his knees, they went above his ears, you know.
He's not spring chicken anymore, is he?
Let's have a look at Steven from the
he's hyped. I mean, he's fooling around on the foil freestyle board like he's a young kid. I mean, it's insane to see him sailing on the water. We had such a cool session yesterday together. We actually had the foil freestyle Windsurfing World Championships yesterday, and nobody really cared.
I didn't even know.
Nobody really noticed because there were like 2,000 racers on the water, and we had to go below the start line.
Okay.
So
that happened.
It happened, but it will happen today again. It was a cool show yesterday, and the boys, they're going through the roof. Foil freestyle is going through the roof.
I saw a few things.
I stick the back loop.
Did you?
Yeah, I've sailed away. All right, Steven is up on the board. What will we see? I bet he's smiling.
Is
so
he going to do the double trick? He usually does the move before the wake.
Look at this way. Oh no way! Yes!
That was pretty sick. So, as a fellow tow-in freestyler, obviously injured, which is why you're not competing at the moment, what would you score that? That was pretty big.
You know, this trick is so technical because you don't know when you need to actually start the first move. And as you could see now here, there was maybe a delay of, I don't know, maybe 1 meter before the wave.
That looked like one of his best efforts. He got a good pop on the second.
But imagine you land on top of that boat ramp. I don't know, you break the board. That's the way how, I mean, boys can go with their heels through the pads into the foam of the board, and this is probably the way how to do it. If you want to hurt yourself, jump in front of a boat wave. But let's see the points.
Yeah, I mean, for the points to drop.
This must be, even just for the effort, it must be more points than yesterday. But
well, when he did that move yesterday, which definitely wasn't as good, he got 6.56.
All right, so there we go. Some of
that's the problem. So the wind is kicking in.
So we're going to see bigger moves or scarier moves?
I think scarier. I even see whitecaps at the top of the lake. So I don't know if the guy still can handle the backwind pressure on the bigger sails. And Amado is on a 4.8.
Okay.
So maybe Amado gonna just plane towards the beach. You know, who knows?
Okay, score just dropped for Stephen Van Broekhoven, 7.19. So to put that into perspective, it's not his highest score, but it's a solid score. You know,
and you know, getting along how the points get mixed together. It's 50% of the technical trick. So 50% is, it's not only about styles. It's actually the move you name, the move you make, gets 50% of the points.
The final score.
So this was an air funnel burner, and you can do that move much better. But the air funnel burner only will get into the 8 range. You know.
Okay. So even if they gave it maximum style,
it wouldn't get up to a 10.
Gotcha.
I would give it 10 for it. You know.
Yeah.
But I'm not the judge. I mean, now we're gonna see Amado. He's the first guy who has to face the wind kicking in now. Let's see how he's gonna do it. He got a big sail.
Got a big hair going on.
The new 483. Maybe we're gonna see the first triple ever in tow-in. He got a good speed. Woo, wow, there was a race drone in the game as well.
Oh, he looks fresh when he went in the water there.
Dude, that drone was close. That drone was close.
We'll have a look on the replay. I mean, you saw his foot get stuck in though. That is, as a 42-year-old, goes through me and my ankles.
I think on the live shot you can't even see the drone, but there was a race drone in the air. Yeah, and I got the feeling that drone just almost hit the sail.
For anyone who doesn't know the race drone, it's about the size of what? Well, it's like a brick, the same size as a phone, I guess, just a square. Yeah. And it just flies around at the crazy low heights and at crazy speeds, and it makes this noise like something out of Star Wars. Yeah. It feels like you're in a...
Hey, I just realized now the wind is blowing straight into our studio, so it's not anymore the best studio. And it's possible that probably we're gonna have a lot of noisy sound now. We got to check. But anyway, we're windsurfers, so we're used to wind, and we all love the wind, and the wind is kicking in.
Well, we'll have to check. If there is a problem with the sound, let us know. We do have a wind mic, I guess.
There will be a windy issue now coming in. I mean, doing a tow-in show when it gets windy, it's awkward. But I see whitecaps at the top of the lake, and it's going to be a good day of windsurfing here in Switzerland again.
Okay, YouTube, they're saying we need the footage of that back loop, balls.
Oh, dude, I hope there's someone filmed it. I mean, it's probably the move who brought me in first place in that first round, because it was a completely flat water back loop, and I love the way how they're done. I mean, it's all about speed and then just kick off and get up in the air.
For anyone who's not done foiling, any jumping on a foil, for me, I've done a very, very little, but it's like a trampoline.
It's like a trampoline. You can send you out of the orbit with that foil.
Yeah.
You're so fast. I mean, we're gonna see Leonard now. He's the guy to watch when it comes to speed and getting big.
He's the guy who's got he's got the best score of this competition so far. He's the guy who's been training the hardest. 16 years old from Naxos.
Look at his speed. He's whoa, man! That's a double air rotation. But you could see he's facing wind now, and I think the wind can actually also slow down the rotations.
Okay.
Because the rider will get wind in the sail again after the first rotation, and when there's zero wind, like absolutely no wind, it's easier to spin through. But that was definitely a double air burner.
He went all the way through it.
Yeah. And you know, the point is on that double air burner, we saw it last year. We were doing air burners into like sort of a 360, but if the second rotation is less inverted, more like horizontal, like an air funnel, the same move will count much less. I mean, we're talking about 8.5 or 10 points, and this, if you would sail away from that move, it would be a 10, 10, 10. Pretty sure.
He's capable of it, that's for sure. We're waiting to see the first 10.
And he's in a, you know, he's in a smooth position now. He's still leading both fleets with that double air burn he did yesterday. So exciting times.
We got a few questions here. Doesn't it break the box when you're doing a foil jump?
You got to use the right box. I mean, since this season, most of the boards, they come as a rock solid foil box. I mean, they're supposed to. I'm not going into production details or whatever, but if you want to get into foil freestyle, make sure you get a proper foil box. I mean, a board with a box, you actually make yourself customize the foil box in a freestyle board, or just get a serial freestyle board. I'm excited to see what's going to happen, because lately this season most of the brands coming up with a foil freestyle board. So there will be Severn with a foil freestyle board, there will be Patrick with a foil freestyle board, of course Ambi, my brand, our brand, and make sure you take a freestyle board which is compatible for foiling and freestyling. That's what brings you further.
And obviously you don't have to do the crazy moves.
No, I mean, a back loop, if you do a smooth landing, there's no pressure on it. You land
if
so
you do a smooth landing, love it. Okay,
Alright,
here we go.
me too. First up, Riccardo Marca.
He needs a big move. He can't afford to mess this up now, the Italian. He's got one chance on it.
No! He just stick through that. It looked like the board just went straight towards the top.
Yeah, he ploughed through that. He wanted to scope through and just couldn't get the change of direction.
I think that's it for Ricciardo.
He's done, isn't he?
At least his sail has no hole.
Just a missed time, maybe.
I think you could see he let go of the bar a bit too late, and he wasn't really on the boom yet, and the moment he pushed up his sail for the Kono, this is actually the main trick for the Kono. You need to make sure that your front hand sort of puts up the boom, like really pushing it up to the sky.
I'm listening, because I'm going to learn that move.
Yeah,
that's my move.
Hugo de Sousa, the young Brazilian, he was the guy who actually, like, he revolutionized freestyle, because he's turning his elbow. So the elbow is like 90 degrees backwards, and he's pushing with the whole flat hand the boom up to the sky, and that's the way how you get ridiculous amount of lift.
Okay, I'm listening. I'm listening.
The most important thing on the switch Kono, don't push with your backhand into the sail. That will kill the whole rotation. So all you do is just your front elbow and your front underarm is pushing up the sail up to the sky.
That's
like
it.
high up. Yeah. And if you push with your backhand, it's like with the flakka, you kill the momentum and the rotation. So, I mean, most of the power freestyle move these days, it's before you're doing the move, make sure you go up. I mean, air funnel, you push the sail up and then you do the rotation. Burner, you push the sail up and then you do the rotation.
I might be giving you a WhatsApp call, mate, because I've got a few freestyle things I'm going to be trying to learn soon. And
Scopo, switch Kono. I mean, Kono and switch Kono, it's the part of getting the height, and then like try to jump over a bowl. So
next up we've got
Aaron.
Edmond.
Will we see more scope with the tents? I mean, now the conditions are perfect for scope. We're gonna see for
liking
sure.
the funnel, and
You can see it gets much more choppy now here in front of the beach. Dude!
Oh!
Wow!
Nearly.
That was sort of a switch Kono into forward.
That was nearly a new move, right?
If there would have been wind, he would have he would have spinned into the forward.
That could have happened though.
Yeah.
That's kind of the right takeoff.
Let's see in the replay. I mean, he's going for. You see, he was much earlier on that takeoff. He had more time to actually set his sail right.
I like that though. I like a bit of variety. He might not get the score, but for me here, sitting, like it. A lot of height. What's the water temperature here, Bols?
Good question. It's quite warm. It's usually can be much colder. It can be between 12 to 17 degrees. At the moment, we're almost up to 17.
Okay.
Because I mean, it's a really hot summer here in Switzerland, and of course, we're high up. This lake is probably one of the highest cool playgrounds for windsurfing, and down on the bottom of the valley, it's almost 35 degrees.
Okay.
So the difference is there's 15 degrees of temperature difference.
And that's what brings that thermal in the afternoon.
That's why, in the afternoon, in the morning. Now it's not even 11 o'clock and there's already foiling wind.
I was going to say, does that mean it's going to be cranking today?
Today, I mean, there's a south wind stream anyway up in the mountains.
Okay, with the gradient.
So there will be anyway south wind today, southwest wind. So I'm expecting 25 knots today.
All right.
I'm almost already nervous to stick in my 4.4 for foil freestyling. So it's gonna be a good day, big moves. I'm excited.
Yeah, that sounds.
And also for the last day of the Worlds, they're gonna have some proper wind. It's gonna be nasty on the start line.
It's gonna be tasty. I'm looking forward to that already. We've obviously got the Formula Foil Worlds coming up this afternoon, but before that, we've got the EFP Tow-in European Championships. This is Nikas Nibelung.
Is his sail still in one piece, or did he change? Oh, he changed to 4.4.
Oh yeah, sure.
That was sort of an air funnel-ish 360. But have you seen his neck slam on the landing? There was the impact a bit too early, I think.
Let's have a look. He's a young lad, he can handle it.
Yeah. So he swapped his sail for the last run. Went on his 4. That's actually the 4.4 of Ricciardo.
The headbanger.
Yeah. It's the 4.4 of Ricciardo with the big Gore-Tex sticker in it. Good.
I'll tell you what, that wind is picking up because it's gone a little bit chilly, hasn't it? You notice here in Switzerland it's absolutely lovely, and then the wind starts blowing and it just takes the edge off the temperature.
Goes into the bones, huh?
Jesse says, I hear an idiot's guide to freestyle is coming. You are right. Although I'm a bit scared at 42.
Sagres must be a perfect place for freestyle.
Perfect. It's a bit gusty.
And what about wing freestyling?
I'm in. I'm gonna do it all. That's my.
I'm working on some wing burners and wing air funnels and wing air scopus. So lots of crazy moves to happen still. And we're also working on the wing Trictionary. So it hopefully arrives already this season. I mean, before Christmas.
With Mr. Trictionary himself.
Yeah, with Rossi. He's also a very motivated wing freestyler on his own. Yeah. And we were working on the names of the moves, and we tried to make it as easy as possible. Mixed some skateboarding, snowboarding, and kiting, and waking, and windsurfing moves together.
Just so people can relate.
Exactly.
So don't call a shifty a shifty, and don't call a shove it a shove it unless it's a shove it.
We're gonna call them tzatziki, flip, whatever. No, we're gonna make it as easy as possible. And hope to see many of you foil freestyling in the future, in the near future.
So are we going to see any foil freestyle on the live stream?
I hope so. We need to push for it because it was such a great show yesterday, and as you were commentating the racing, you even missed it. So
I heard Roberto go, "Hey!" Like,
where's something going on?
Okay, we got Steven Van Broekhoven now. Is he going to go for what he's been trying to do the last couple of runs, which is do a move before the wake and then pop off the wake? If he nails it, it should be pretty decent. But like you say, I don't know if it can be the full 10, but I think he's going proper.
Not for sure, definitely not the way he planned, but as he's pretty sure into the final with that trick. I mean, we haven't checked the switch Kono points of Aaron, but
we're going to check them now. So the switch Kono coming in at 3.69. It's harsh, but they got to score the landing.
Hey, I just realized they upgraded the points of Stevens.
Last one, 775.
He's now in second place. So, I mean, facing that leaderboard now, it's probably. I mean, there's still one chance for Amado, but we're gonna see what Leonard will.
Well, Nibelung's points has just come in as well, so it looks like the top three are the top three. Yeah. So it's kind of a foregone conclusion now because Nibelung, Etmon and Marker haven't made it into the top three. So we've got 3 runs left, which one of them has just gone, Steve Van Broekhoven. It doesn't matter because he's in second already, so he will qualify for the final on Saturday. Next up, we've got Amado Vrieswijk, and then we've got Leonard Neubauer, all guaranteed of being in the final. So this one is just for show.
So let's hope Leonard shows us an air scopu now. I want to see some variation because most of the moves they always go downwind, and we want to see. Hey, check! They only gave 2.63 moves points for that last attempt. So they really want to see the proper sticking moves now, and that's fair. I mean, we want to see a great show. We want to see big moves, and I'm appreciating the effort of scoring a normal downwind burn a bit less, because we want to see bigger air moves. Let's see. Amado, I'm pretty sure he's gonna struggle with that 4.8, pushing it backwind.
Wow, hang on. Have you seen the guns on that boy?
You can see the flags in the background. There's a fair bit of wind, and the hardest part is once the winch is going, we're on small 100-liter freestyle boards, so most of us are 92-liter boards, and you need to get into the straps. At the same time, you need to get up on the boom, and we're now going to see the perfect tow-in start. It's like your mast is facing the right direction. Make sure your backhand is holding the mast, and then once the rope, the leash is starting to tie up, you just pull up the mast. Now we're going to see it like this, and then make sure you hold your front end all the way.
They make that look easy.
He makes it look easy, but it's not his first time he's doing tow-in. Easy, air funnel burner, boom!
It stays dry.
No way! And you saw how easy he made it look. It
looks simple, doesn't it? He just pushes through. I mean, if you
and I bet he was not even half the speed, you know.
It looked like the boat went a bit early.
Yeah.
He seemed to make it happen.
Look, super chill. Boom. Second move higher than the first rotation.
The guy's got so much power, though, balls. I mean, you look at his arms. Have you seen them things? He told me he doesn't do any bicep work.
He got to cut open his suit to actually breathe. Like his arms, they're too tight. You know, he's too muscled up. And massive. You know, this camouflage suit, he looks like, I don't know, like Vin Diesel in those action movies. You know. No way, it's going the wrong way.
Well,
kids ain't too much Jim. It's killing your no, actually it's not killing your double spins.
It's not. That's the thing. He's got the power, man. Amado Freestyle, he's already in the final, so we're just waiting for the score to drop in. We did have the scores on the screens yesterday, so have they still been popping up on the screen?
I don't know.
I've not been seeing them.
Would be nice.
We've got the scores here when they drop in. No score coming through just yet.
Jack Leonard is already ready.
Yeah.
he wants to make it happen.
He's going to try something different, you think?
Yeah, he's going with yes.
He's going to start standing up. No, he's not.
No.
He's just putting it in position.
Personally, I'm already in ball straps when I start, but I don't see many riders doing it. But maybe it's because my boards, they have quite a fair bit of volume in the tail, the ambi boards.
Okay.
So I can stand in ball straps, but that makes you can start quicker, and the winch can go faster. So the last run of that second fleet qualification.
I'm expecting something big.
I'm pretty sure he's going for a scoper. The way he starts. And I'm wondering if we're going to see some Kapikuchis as well. I haven't seen a Kapikuchi attempt in towing yet.
Here we go. Leonard Neubauer, 16 years old. Amado Freestyle, 7.56 for his last attempt. Here we go. 16-year-old. Whoa! Oh, just couldn't quite get it to go.
Why he didn't took the boat?
He wanted flat. Would he have made it if he'd had the boat though? That's the question.
Bet, yeah.
Yeah. He just
you know, good. He was trying something different, and I mean, was a fair bit of air
high, didn't he? But he needed just a
out of flat water and not that much wind. I mean, he almost got that scopo.
So there we go. That was the end of the fleet number 2, as it was called, because they went second yesterday, spun them round today. Next up, we've got fleet number 1, and we have got the Rockstar himself kicking off with Jerry Plouffe. Jerry Plouffe, he seems to turn up late every year. He misses the first day, rocks up on the second day, kills it, and tries to bring home the podium. He
looked hot in his first training runs here today in the morning.
The warm-up, he looked good, didn't he?
Yeah, and he also duct taped his ankle, so maybe some sort of Swiss thing, you know, to have duct tape around your ankle. But
that's the scores from the first fleet we went today, which is called the second fleet. Leonard Neubauer, Steven van Broekhoven and Amado Freestyle all qualifying for Saturday's final.
Okay, wait to see.
Steven improved his scores today with showing something else. That's fair. I mean, Amado's air funnel burner was sticked and landed nicer, but since it's not that easy and quite technical to jump in front of the ramp and then hit the timing right, I mean, it's a fair bit of points there. Well, that's
There's a big difference though with Leonard.
Yeah.
8-8.
Yeah, but
Solid.
that's what I said. You know, it's the move. It's 50% of the scores is the move, and this double air burner is a 10, and then it's just like they're gonna downscore if he doesn't stick the landing right. So I think we will see more double air burners. Now in the next heat there is Jentel, who's leading the first
Okay,
fleet
we're gonna
from
go now
yesterday, and he's a guy. He's sticking the double air burners too.
Group
So it's
1.
gonna be exciting.
Well, we haven't got long to wait. Jeremy Pluce. He goes full on, doesn't he? I seem to remember him just coming
All
out
in.
the blocks, all guns blazing. And it doesn't matter because there's 4 runs, 2 yesterday, 2 today. The best one counts.
Yeah.
So he only needs to do 1 run
Yeah.
and nail it.
Yeah.
The rest he could. Well, he's only got 2, so he's got to do one of them.
2 chances.
2
so
chances.
All in.
All in, and he's got the
And-
Swift support.
Yeah, of course. And then second up will be Stefan de Bell. Yesterday we saw some brutal crashes of this fella. To be honest, I was talking to him before, and his straps, they're so narrow.
Yeah.
He's only with his toes. They're only the nails touching the
Is that it?
straps.
But I've seen all the
I don't
freestylers
know.
tell me about straps.
Man,
and
make
not
your straps
anybody
as
is-
big
yeah.
as possible, narrow at the bottom and high at the top, so you can actually turn your ankle 360 in the strap, and otherwise you break your toes instantly. So he got to do some research on that
Before
strap.
it's too late.
Yeah,
You know, 'cause
exactly. He's still a young fella.
You learn the hard way, it's not
Yeah.
good. You end up with screws in the foot, and I'm sure there's a lot of windsurfers out there with Liz Frank injuries and stuff.
Oh,
I mean,
no.
I've met a few.
You got also some broken screws
Yeah.
in your ankle,
I'm
in your leg.
One that's never going to be out. I snapped it, that was the problem.
Jeremy, he also broke his Liz fracture doing a cheese roll, but he over tweaked the cheese roll, and then he sort of landed the cheese roll tweaked, and it all didn't.
All the pressure
end up,
on top.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it didn't end up well.
It's a very common injury. I actually was going to make a video about that injury because I meet so many people who do their foot,
Yeah.
and I'm like overcautious now. Like, as soon as you do your foot, I'm like, get to the foot specialist.
They're talking if Amado is taking some whipping. It's a good question.
He's just a machine, that guy. Have you
I
seen
think-
the trainer?
Yeah, the trainer
Allison.
is like double the size of Amado. So
Okay, attention,
Oh.
fleet 2,
So-
please get in the water. Fleet 2,
Where's
get in the
Jeremy
water.
Pluce?
So
where is Jeremy?
Jeremy Pluce, then Stefan de Bell is getting ready.
this isn't Jeremy Pluce, that's
this
Sure.
isn't. So
This is
Steph the
Stefan
ball
Bell.
probably coming up before Jeremy Please. Let's see.
He likes to, like I say, turn up late.
Jeremy is in the back. So let's see how they're gonna do it. Jeremy is at the beach.
He's here. I mean, that's the main thing. Stefan de Bell, he is Captain Crash right now. His kid's been going big.
Stefan de Bell.
Oh, have you seen that spin?
His feet are not in, are they?
No.
That was pretty sick, though. That was.
That's what I was talking about in Brostam. He was doing such crazy spins. And will they give Jeremy another chance? Or he might only get one try?
His feet, though. He's on his toes. He's definitely on his toes coming in.
I do it.
I really think he needs to look at the video.
Look at his straps. I wouldn't even get in with my toe.
Because you can't put your weight on the board. So when you're on your toes, you're
And
on balance.
in freestyle, it's so important that you're actually on top of the board, in the middle of the board. So that's why when you look at riders like Steven, I mean, I could go with both feet in one of his straps.
Yeah,
but
I'd actually borrowed his board in Bonaire,
Yeah.
and I had to make them smaller. And I never make straps smaller.
No.
But they are huge things.
Yeah,
You can fit like a Bigfoot in there.
yeah. So
Here he is.
Jeremy,
Jeremy Pluce
the
is
rockstar
finally here.
itself. He was hanging out with Martin Garrix in Mykonos.
Okay.
They were sessioning windsurf sessions together. I would say Martin Garrix, he's probably the most famous windsurfer in the world. He got 16.8 million followers.
Explain who he is to people at home.
He's a house DJ doing house music, and he's very famous for his song Animal. I mean, it's used multiple times in windsurfing clips, and it's cool to see him on the windsurfing board, on the windsurf board too. And he's hyped, and he's sessioning it, and he's for sure getting the most likes of all of us windsurfers for a random free riding picture. But he's stoked, you know, he got the stoke, and he's sessioning it, and good for the sport too.
I'll have to sign him up for Windsurfing.TV music
Yes,
rights.
we should. All right, Jeremy. And in the background we can see Bonairean chocolate. But France, looking. Actually, he's looking nervous.
He does.
He got to.
Or he's looking a bit cold.
Yeah, cold as well.
Here we go, the
All right,
Rockstar.
Rockstar Jeremy. What will we see?
What you reckon?
Bet a big double air burner. Whoa.
Oh my
You guys
God!
can see where his gear flew.
I
But his
have
gear flew right on
Never
the
seen that. He can literally walk to the beach now because his gear's already here.
His gear flew right onto the beach. No way.
Well, we waited a while to see him, but he's made his entrance.
That's where his board is lying. Dry landing. 10
Hey!
Woo!
That gets cash. Crash for cash.
Crash for cash. He got it wrong. This is. I heard this one.
Hey, it's not crash for cash yet.
Dude, no way. Sadly, he just missed the judging tower. He just missed the judging tower. I wonder how many points they give for that. That was a triple air.
He's got one run
way.
left.
No way.
Let's have a look for the scores.
I wonder if his board is right. I know.
He's looking at the nose a little bit worried, I think. Well, fair play. That was definitely the biggest crash we've seen so far. We got Thomas saying it's great to hear Balls' tips.
And if some of you are curious to get into winging, I also lately did some winging tutorials, which you can learn from getting going on a very small board to actually start doing the first whatever duck flip spin. It's all up on my YouTube channel. Subscribe and whatever. No, if you're curious, log in how to wing. How to wing, ding, ding, wing, ding,
ding, ding. Okay,
So-
take France. He's winning. Well, he was up there in the silver fleet. He's not winning it, I don't think.
Yeah,
but
not
he's in
yet.
the racing. It's quite funny.
He looks hot, huh?
Looks-
If you're looking at his shorty, it must be.
It ain't
He
that
must be
warm, is it?
freezing.
It ain't that warm.
Now with the wind chill, I don't know. The wind chill, like the temperature at the moment, probably 50 degrees, 15.
We're watching Wim Hof.
The guy that is actually coming
Aye.
from the warmest place is
I've been trying the cold shower thing the last couple of days here.
Yeah.
The cold shower here is a bit different to Portugal. It is absolutely.
In Greece, I was
freezing.
always showering cold. In Switzerland, I don't really like showering because when you're all day in the cold water and then you get into the shower again, you get wet again. It's once I'm dry, I'm happy, you know. So look, that he wants to make it happen.
He wants to make
He
it
wants
happen.
to
Where
make
is
it
he in
happen.
the scores? Because we
He's lifting up the winch. Oh, now it's pulling. Here we go.
Here we go.
I've lost
Taki,
my scores.
Future fly.
Taki, full power.
Oh, what's happening to the? Where's the drone?
We've lost.
There he comes. Boom. Boom.
Okay. Not the most
Smooth.
technical move.
The race drone literally just escaped his sail.
So
I
next
lost
one
internet
is
then,
Sarah
so
Kita
I'm sure.
Opringa. First time
Apologies.
we ever have a woman challenging on
There it
the
is.
land. Sarah
There it
Kita,
is.
your turn.
Looks beautiful, that all white board. I'm a big fan of simple graphics. Just white, all blank. It looks light.
Yeah. White is good. Doesn't age.
Yeah, it doesn't age. You can sell it after 5 years as a brand new board. Just put some T-Pex over it, you know. All right. Hey, next up.
Well, I'm sorry. I'm struggling with the scores here. My internet is not refreshing, so apologies about that. Hopefully, we get the scores on the screen. But that, well, I don't think that's gonna.
Hey, next up gonna be no one else than Ask You. The only girl in that fleet.
And
The
she's in a
freestyle
qualifying
queen.
position.
And she's still in a qualifying position.
Third
True.
place at the moment.
Let's hope she brings it together. I was giving her a few tips in tow-in tips already back on Naxos. She's I mean, we're all not the biggest fans of tow-in. It's for sure a really great show, but it's very dangerous. Lots of bad things can happen because it's not a natural speed you got. You're facing no sail power, and it's awkward. It's awkward.
And that's the thing, is it? Most windsurfers want to go windsurfing.
Yeah.
No, we're not trying to
Exactly.
hide that, because there's a couple of haters of towing out there. Usually, they're like,
My dad,
"Ah."
when he realized I didn't hurt my ankle windsurfing normal, he was one evening mad. He was super mad. He's hating towing exactly for all the bad injuries. So now Sarah's coming up. I mean, she was smiling yesterday already on the run, facing the ramp. So before her takeoff, she's such a power girl. It's amazing to see her ripping. Let's see.
Well, we're watching Sarakita off ringer. Is she going to pull it out the bag? At the moment, ahead of Tatty France.
Tom out.
The scores at the moment.
Okay, Sarakita off ringer.
Good speed, good run.
Boom!
No
A very powerful
Ask
style
you.
for Sarakita.
There was some power on that
That
first
was a
one.
good height, a good spin. Look, she's still on the board. Does that count? Try landing. She doesn't want to get wet. Look.
I don't know if I can ask the guys in the box to check the internet, because I'm not getting my internet from them guys. So it's
Now again. Look.
like the scoring would be good. Or maybe they can put the score in on the screen so we can have a look where we're up to. That's possible.
But that was
There
a
we go.
good
So what have we had so far? We've had Plus with a 3.25, and he's only got one run because he didn't turn up yesterday. Tatty Franz, it looks like we're still waiting for his score to drop. Stefan about 3.38. So Sarakita is still in third. If Tatty Franz didn't
I
get a
want to
four.
see Sarah in that final. I want to see Sarah in that final. And I bet that burner must be, of course it was a crash, and they were I mean the judges were telling us they don't gonna score crashes high, but that burner was so high and she had such a nice spin and she was dry till the landing.
Yeah.
I mean, she was dry. She should just have pulled up her sail and sailed away.
I like that. She should have just pulled up her sail and sailed away. You could say that about
maybe the
most of my
uphold line.
records.
Maybe she should have had an uphold line and just uphold the sail and just sailed away and make it happen.
Who have we got next? We got one of the big dogs, have we?
Outone Albert.
He's been pretty much killing it, hasn't he? He's always firing. Yesterday, I think he had a 6.69 was his best. So I think he's going to want to improve on that today because obviously Yentl
He's the
cares.
master of the Scopus in towing.
And with a bit of breeze.
With a bit of breeze, he can do an air Scopu into burner.
Yeah.
We might gonna see one. Let's see.
Well, maybe he needs to make the final first just to make sure.
Yeah.
But with the score he's got, he's looking pretty solid.
Yeah.
But things can change around pretty quickly. With one move to count, it only takes the last guys to pull it out, and he's on trouble. So he needs to put in a big score here. Antoine Albert from
We
New
got a
Caledonia.
There we go. What will we see? Good timing.
Oh, that was pretty sick. Yes.
I was telling you.
You got to
Only missing the burner. So it's gonna be very exciting how they're gonna score this. I mean,
That's big.
I know.
If he'd had wind, he'd sail away. Surely.
No. I wonder if he. I mean, it's an air Scopu. It's an air scope. He's sailing away,
He's sailing away. That's wind.
and he didn't even have the best takeoff. I could see he's sort of like pushing the wave away, but yeah, look, he's stoked. He knows it's his move. It's his move. But I mean, will we see an air scope without nose touch? There was still a bit of nose
yeah,
touch.
a bit of nose touch. Is that the key? You've got to not touch the nose.
If you touch the nose, I mean it makes it look smaller, even though it was huge.
Yeah.
It was huge.
It was massive, and a
Look,
bit
he's
of
sailing
variety.
back. That's also cool. He's almost planing on his 4-4.
I think he's stuck that. for
We
sure.
were joking yesterday. The wind was quite strong, and we were joking in the foil freestyle show. We were like, "Oh man, why we still got the foils? We could actually bump from 5.2s." But that's the cool thing about foil freestyle. It doesn't get boring in stronger winds. It's just more exciting. You go higher, bigger. So today we're gonna have a cool show of foil freestyle.
I'm looking forward to seeing it. Hopefully, with
hopefully-
7.81 coming in.
7.81. That's what I mean. You know,
Feels harsh, doesn't it?
It's harsh because it you know that it's just the move who's counting less. So the 50% of the move is
Is where it is on the technical difficulty
Exactly.
scoring chart. Let's say.
But you know, that's like in freestyle sports. It's hard. It's always when there are judges involved. There must be a move list, and someone needs to decide how many points for each move, and That's the thing, you know.
I mean, the good thing would be this: if we had 2 scores counting and one had to be a different move to a whatever rotation, like a burner or a funnel rotation. Here we go. Yentil Cares, 2019 Freestyle World Champion. He was going to switch his feet.
I was thinking he's going switch. Well, will we see? He got a good speed. No way! On that move, you could have seen how the wind stopped the rotation.
Yeah.
Just
slowed him up.
I mean, definitely not the way he wanted that spin, but I was thinking he wanted to go switch stance for that regular conal. I was pretty sure. But
Still solid takeoff, just not getting what he wanted.
I just heard from speaker Rob, if there's no Swiss guy in the final, it's gonna be a shame. So Jeremy needs to make us Swiss proud.
No pressure.
So, no pressure, Jeremy, but just send it.
He's got 1 run to win it. What does he need? Let's have a look at the score. So we've closed up that 3rd run of this last round. So Yentil Care still leading with the 8.25. Antoine Albert 7.81 in 2nd, and then Sarah Kita in 3rd place with 4 points. Now that's doable for the rest of the guys. And it's doable for Sarah Key to improve. So all eyes really are on that 3rd place. And we've got Jeremy Plus, Tati Franz, Stefan DeBell and Sarah Kita going for that place. But there's no saying they can't get bigger.
The point is, you know, Sarah's burner she just did now, if she would have sailed away, she would be ranked in the 7.1, 7.5. But now she crashed it, and I really want to see the guy standing on top of the board. So it's gonna be exciting, because all of the guys now, I mean, Tati, Jeremy and Stefan, they all had the move, they just didn't stick it. So the guy who's gonna stick it will be the guy who's...
They can all stick it.
They all can stick it. Everyone can, I mean, just make it happen.
4 points, do you go just to beat 4?
No.
You can't, can you? You can't.
Alright, Jeremy. You can see the white duct, you can see the duct tape.
Last time he hit the beach with the gear. It's the first time we've seen that in towing.
Try landing.
So Jeremy Plus, the Rockstar, that has just come back from the Greek islands of Mykonos.
I mean, I see no spectators anymore down the beach.
Yeah, the water cameraman has moved, that's for sure. Here we go. One chance to win it. Jeremy Plus from Switzerland.
Oh no!
Oh, it's not made it. That wasn't what he wanted. Well, the late turn up this year didn't work. He doesn't make the final.
Let's see, next year he might come up a bit earlier. Sad. He's playing drum on his board.
I went through it, didn't he?
You know, the point is, when you're too close behind the boat, the wave actually hasn't built yet, and it gives you this awkward feeling that you actually drop into a hard piece of something that doesn't lift you up. So the impact was too hard and he didn't really get it going. But anyway, for me, he's still the man of the show.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm not sure if someone else want to try his trick. I mean,
maybe they get a Swiss wildcard into the final.
Otherwise, he's going to be the hot shot at the Sunday crash money. Cash for crash.
Cash for crash.
Cash for crash.
Super M Pick says, just entered the stream, will there be a regular foil freestyle today?
It will.
There will be. The only thing is,
it will be in between the starts of the slalom of the foil world. So we, as you know, as freestylers, we're 9 guys at the moment and 3 girls, and the level increased so much since last year. It's sad we're not getting a fair bit of.
But you're getting your movie time. I'm guessing as a highlight clip. Is there going to be a good highlight clip?
And I'm pretty sure. I mean, we were doing some shots yesterday with Chris in the water, and he was always telling, "Come closer," and I was so scared to get closer to him. And also Eva, she was killing it on the foil yesterday. She was flying around 360s, trying to switch conals, not properly sticking them yet, but she's getting some fair bit of airtime now on the foil, on the wing, and on the windsurfing gear.
I mean, so just for guys at home, I know we're doing the tow-in right now. We're going to concentrate on Stefan DeBell in a minute, but I'm going to ask you about what size of wing you have with the freestyle boards. But let's just let's watch this run. Oh no, it's still going back. So what sort of size wing do you have on a freestyle board?
So what I recommend you
talk
guys
slowly, because there'll be a few people who don't understand the numbers.
It's my pro model is a 740 square cm wing. Okay. So that's very small foil for extra speed. But that's the point. Once you improve your foiling, you can go on smaller foils, and you get faster, you get more airtime.
Okay.
But the way, however, my girlfriend is foiling is on a 1,500 square cm foil.
So lots
a
of
big
lift.
foil, lots of lift, and especially lots of flotation. So you can do the carving 360s like all in the air. And that's how you start. You start with a switch cono, like a carving 180 into switch cono on the foil.
Yeah. Okay, but what about the guys who because even just a carving 360 feels pretty cool.
It feels pretty cool, and it's much easier on the foil than on the normal windsurf board. And that's why I'm always telling in Switzerland, I see a lot of older guys getting into foil freestyling. They haven't tried freestyling before, and now they're doing carving 360s. They start to do show widths and switch conos, and it's cool to see how foiling actually makes freestyling accessible for also guys who can't get the pop.
Yeah, because it's also easier to stay plain and easier to pop.
Easier to pop. You get easier chop ups.
Okay, here we go.
Steph the Bell.
He is Captain
He's
Crash.
still only with his toes in the strap. Let's see what we're gonna see. It's exciting. Good speed. Oh, big. Oh no! I'm telling you, this kid needs to get into his straps.
Yeah, I think we need to give a balls more coaching lesson. Looking at your feet, I'm not sure that's a good idea.
Yeah, but I would say if I would have been in those straps and I had the crash I'm probably not walking anymore at the moment. You see, he got the height, he got the spins, but he's losing his straps.
Yeah, you lose that control of the board, I guess.
I mean, to be honest, I'm still cheering for Sarah. Every crash we see now is
one step closer to her being in the final, I guess.
Exactly.
So, well, to be honest, there's only Tati Franz at the moment now that can take that third place offer.
And I haven't seen Tati Franz yet. His
first practice run.
Yeah.
Yesterday.
Yeah.
Before we scored.
One-handed beauty. Beauty. We thought he's the man to beat.
Yeah, he looked on fire, and then since then, he's not really gone his way, so to speak. So if you are tuning in, we are on YouTube and we are on Facebook. I think we're cross-posting on a few channels, so I'm not really up to date with all that stuff.
Neither.
It's around there.
Anyway, it's the last four riders of that second day of qualification for the final tomorrow.
Yeah. So basically, Tati Franz is the man that can steal the final. Still make the final. He needs to get better than a 4, and Sarah Keita
Is he still at the beach?
He's looking like he's lining up.
Oh yeah.
He's coming up next.
I don't know. I want to see Tati landing a move, but I also want to see Sarah so bad in that final. So excited.
I think Sarah's got better every run.
Yeah.
Like,
would be cool to see Sarah. Now see Tati sticking a nice move, and then Sarah up in it.
Yeah, I'd agree.
But I don't know. I mean, Sarah, she's handling stress and she's handling competition. I mean, how many world titles has she got?
I've lost
count.
Even count. I have lost count. I have honestly lost count. It's 10. She made 10, pretty sure. So and then she had the slalom ones as well. You know, plus the wave one.
Now maybe she's going to be the first girl getting into a tow-in man's final. Let's see. So this is probably the most exciting run of the day.
He will not want Sarah to beat him. There's something there. Here he goes.
He looks hot. He looks hot. Oh, he had a spin out before that. No way.
He spun out just in. So she's in. She's in the final.
I don't know.
He looks at his fin. It's choppier now. That wind has definitely pulled the chop up.
If there's no changes in the places, then
everything looked well. You could see the spin out before the takeoff. And then he walked the rail again. I don't know, those rails, I looked at them, they're sharp, and he was telling me that's the way I have it on starboard. But too sharp rails are not, I mean, they're good for the performance of the board. You have a fast feeling, but if your rails are too sharp, you're catching nose. Anyway, I'm excited to see the score of that move. If it's a 4-2, then Sarah needs to improve her points, but it was a crash again. And it didn't look better than the one before. So I want to see Sarah in that final. But she got to prove that she can do something. Hey, and other news, JC is here. When
he is, right? Yeah, last night.
Why? I was surprised.
Okay,
He's
so
probably
Sarah,
just
you
heard
can
so
choose,
much about it, he
you
decided,
can
I haven't done any
So
competitions
cool to
this
see
year.
him here. It's so cool to see JC here. Otherwise, he would get out of routine, you know.
Yeah.
No PWA event this year.
He was feeling
I
lost.
mean, his cameras, they must have been bored, you know. He's literally the windsurf photograph legend. He does so good pictures, and it seems like he's splitting up at the events because he makes so many pictures from all the angles. He's a legend.
And he's been going a long time and he's still keen bean. Taki France 2-3-1, so Sarakita is in fact in the final. This is just a glory run. The glory
The
run.
glory. I mean,
Sarah, you can just go for fun because
no, she doesn't need to go for fun. I want to see it. I want to see a big move.
Yeah, I
now.
think she will. She doesn't go half.
I think she might go for the air funnel and just stick it. The same, I was telling her the one-hand burner is actually easier, but she. Wow, it doesn't look easy to get on that board there. She does it.
Bit of chop, isn't there? There's a little bit of chop. Here we go. I'm
The
calling
wave is
it.
here. The wave is here.
Coach Pass.
No way! No way!
That was stylish.
Yes!
Whoa,
That was stylish.
Sarah!
Ganz toll. Also
Ah,
die
shit.
Finale zu sein.
Oh, sick.
Wait, I need to go to the front. I need to cheer her.
Okay.
Sarah!
Well done, Sarah.
One-handed!
You don't get much more stylish than that. Even
No.
the bit at the end. The look to the camera.
I'm so stoked she made it. We were doing some
so
practicing
now
in Naxos, towing practicing, and she was so scared of towing, and she was so scared of doing the burner. And I mean,
Qualification. And
so stoked to see her now doing that one-hand burner.
Most probably.
And she sticked it. She sticked it. And the lycra fits perfect to her board. Beautiful.
No, that was good, man. That was good. Great to see that.
I'm not sure if she's wearing her signature Brunotti suit. I mean, she was in Naxos. She had the shoot thing for her signature harness and her signature long john suit. It's a beauty of a suit. I mean, me as a man, I would ride it.
I don't know if that says anything, pals. I've seen what you wear.
I'm also. I mean, there was a year I was almost doing the cash crash for cash run here in a Borat suit.
Oh, really? What happened?
Jeremy was sailing in a Borat suit, and the balls they always slam around, you know, and the ball slams they hurt harder on a Borat suit.
Oh, I couldn't
Anyway,
imagine. That's I don't even
Sarah.
want to visualise that, dude. All right, yeah. Scoring wise, 6-3-1.
Will we see next year a lady towing show here?
Maybe. You're the
cool.
Swiss local, mate. You've probably got the power. Here we go. Oh! That's very sick.
He's
He
the
looks
man. Huh?
comfortable. Antoine Albert from New Caledonia.
Big run. No way! No way!
Oh, he's on the beach.
I think he also hit the rock.
Yeah, he is on the
No,
beach.
his nose is fine. Oh, is it fine?
I don't know if you can see, but he is pretty much on the beach there. He has a quick look.
I'm not sure if you get more points if you kill the judge, you know. Beauty.
He had to jump off, not because he was out of control, but the beach was coming up fast.
The beach was coming.
Yeah, there it is. So you can just see the rocks poking out.
Aye.
Good skills.
It gets exciting now, huh?
Well, now we've got our six finalists.
The last riders up.
Well, it's going to be Yentil Kez, 2019 freestyle world champion and European champion.
And he's taking it over for one more year.
Yeah.
He's going to be maybe the first freestyle world champion for 2 years in a row without doing anything.
Is there a chance of being one competition this year?
None.
No, it's not happening.
It's over.
Because the year ends at December.
Yeah. Still is not happening. I mean, it's sad, but anyway, looking forward for next year. I'm already super excited to be pumped again on the start line. It's such a good feeling, you know. You got your 7 or 8 minutes, your 9 minutes, and it's your time to perform. It's exciting.
Yeah, anyone who hasn't done competition, it's a unique feeling.
Yeah.
It's not the only
to be
feeling
honest,
you want.
I would give
windsurfing.
so much to be now in this position there, and I was this close to take part in this freestyle show, and to be honest,
It's probably best you haven't.
It's
Not with that.
best I haven't done it, but I'm all the time I see this bar getting pulled. This feeling, this adrenaline rush, it's
Well, you
it's a
could have
great
done
feeling.
it switch stance. I mean, regular.
I could have done it with the foil maybe.
Yeah.
Then I would have. Oh no!
Here he is.
Will
He's
we
gone
see
regular.
a Kono? Will we see a double air Kono?
Double air cooler.
We haven't seen a Kono any. I'm not sure if someone tried it
He's
before.
already qualified. He runs.
Wow, big old culo. Big old culo.
Beauty.
Just scores coming in for Antoine Albert, 7-4-4. So he's moved from the first round, counted more anyway. Yentil Kers leads it, 8-2-5. We're waiting for the score for that, but it won't be bigger than an 8-2-5. But still, nice to see a bit of variation.
You saw how he was too much upwind. Go down. Anyway,
So there we
that's
go.
it. Day 2 here at the Engadine Tow-in Freestyle.
Yeah. So who have we got? We've got 6 finalists from the round we just watched. It's going to be Yentil Kers with the highest score in this round, 8-2-5. Antoine Albert 7-8-1, and Sarah Keita taking 3rd place with a 6-3-1.
Sarah, you've got this!
From the other round, we're going to have. What are we going to have? We're going to have.
It's gonna be Leonard.
Leonard
gonna be the
biggest score.
Leonard gonna be the guy to beat.
Biggest score of the whole round. So 16 years old from Naxos in Greece, but German sale numbers.
Forecast for tomorrow looks promising. Classy tow-in, perfect towing conditions, and looking forward to see you here again. Exciting, and the wind is kicking in.
So also Stephen van Broekhoven, Amado Vrieswijk, they will be there, 6 riders. Join us tomorrow, 10:30, I guess, for the freestyle final.
Cool.
Oh, getting a bit cold now, isn't
Hey,
it?
I was chilly too, huh? I was chilly too. Hey.